entire universe, all of the planets, and even you are the result of something called the Big Bang. No, not that kind of bang. More like someone blowing up a balloon very fast. A very hot balloon. Scientists still don't know why that balloon, the universe, randomly started getting bigger. But what they do know is that it happened nearly 13.7 billion years ago. Why was it hot? Because all of the planets in our solar system, solar systems in our galaxy, and galaxies in our universe were squeezed into a spot 1/1,000,000th the size of a point of a needle, and things got sweaty. It was 1 nonillion degrees Celsius there. It was so hot that gravity, which is the attraction between objects, weak nuclear force, which is what radioactivity is, electromagnetic force, which is what makes magnets stick, and strong nuclear force, which stops atoms from falling apart, were basically the same thing. After a few minutes of it being really hot, the universe started to expand and cool. But not that cold. It was still pretty freaking hot. Soon, photons, which are tiny little dots that light is made out of, started to crack like eggs because of the heat, and matter came out of it. Matter is just simply stuff. Everything that you see around you is made of matter. But another thing also came out of the broken photon: antimatter. Antimatter is the exact opposite of matter, the exact opposite of stuff. Another strange thing about antimatter is that if it crashes into normal matter, they both disappear and leave just one photon behind. So, if a normal pencil met an antimatter pencil, they would both get destroyed in a flash of light. If broken photons continued making light with one antimatter and one matter, there would be no universe. But a strange thing happened. Sometimes, a photon would break into 2 normal matter instead of 1 normal and 1 antimatter. So every time 1,000,000 antimatter was created, 1,000,001 normal matter was created. So when 1,000,000 antimatter destroyed 1,000,000 normal matter, 1 lonely normal matter was left over. But he wasn't lonely for long. More photons started breaking in the heat. More and more and more, until there was a lot of normal matter to be friends with him. Eventually, all of the antimatter in our universe was destroyed, leaving behind only normal matter. It is now too cold for the photons to break. During the cooling, all of the matter got squeezed together, making the top 3 lightest atoms in the universe: hydrogen, which is one of the ingredients in water; helium, which is inside of floating balloons and makes your voice all squeaky; and lithium, which is used in medicine. After 1 billion years of the universe expanding and cooling, yeah, it's this cold now. Those 3 elements crashed into each other a lot. After a long time of crashing, they created a giant ball of glowing gas, also known as stars. Inside of those stars, it was so hot that it combined all of those atoms into bigger, heavier atoms, one of which is carbon, which is the main ingredient in making a human, a plant, and basically anything that is alive. Then, when the stars died, they exploded, sending all of that carbon and other elements into deep space. After about 8 billion years of stars getting born and exploding, some of the heavier elements that stars made combined into space rocks. Many of those space rocks started orbiting a star, and one particular star in the Milky Way galaxy was starting to get planets of its own. All of the small space rocks crashed into each other and made bigger space rocks, then bigger, until planets were created. One of those planets was planet Earth, our home. After a few billion years of a whole lot of crap happening on Earth, you were born, and I was too. This has been Event Horizon, Season 1, Episode 1. How did the universe start? If you liked the video, please consider subscribing for more episodes with easy answers for hard questions. And remember, no question is too stupid to be asked.